Hey, this is Lon Welsh at Your Castle Real Estate, and we just assembled the first quarter 2020 real estate trends. So I thought I'd give you a couple talking points about what's going on in the marketplace. So first off, the average sales price in the first quarter of this year versus the first quarter of last year for homes was up about 4%, and for condos was up about 5%. So over the last couple of years, it's been a really good market. It's been more in the range of like 8 or 9%. And we've been talking about how that was eventually going to start to slow down, and this is the quarter where it really has started to do that. I think it's going to make it a little bit more of a fair fight for the buyers because it's been so tilted in the favor of the sellers for so long. For months of inventory, that's a metric of supply and demand, and if the buyers kept purchasing at the rate they did in the last year, if you look at the number of active listings today, how many months would it take to sell every listing? If it's less than 4 months, it's in the advantage of the seller. They've got the negotiation advantage. If it's more than 6, then the buyer's got a fair shot at it. And currently on the homes, it's 1 month, and for condos, it's 1.5. So not really any material change from where we were this time last year. It's still very much a seller's market at most price points. The under contracts was like some of the best news that I saw. So on the end of March, pretty far into this whole COVID thing, many, many weeks into it, we had 3,600 under contract on the house side versus the same time last year we were at 4,100. So it was down about 500, but that's not that material of a change given the magnitude of the bad headlines we're seeing all the same time. The condos were similar. They were down about the same amount. Taking a look at the number sold, the overall first quarter for this year versus last year was up 6% for homes, up 8% for condos. Really strong performance. The last 2 weeks of March were down, but the first 10 weeks or so of the quarter were really good. I'm anticipating that we're going to see that April unit count will be down 15 or 20%. So certainly slower than it's used to be, but not as catastrophic as the headlines would lead you to believe. What I'm hearing after talking to a lot of our agents is that the clients who normally would be listing or selling a house right now or buying will be listing or buying their house in June or July. So it's just a slight delay for that. And lastly, the inventory was down a little bit for homes and up a decent amount for condos. I'm anticipating the inventory will be growing over the next 6 to 8 weeks. So when we are allowed to start showing houses again, there should be a lot out there for you to look at.